Hi, habari zenu. Steve Insurance is back today to continue and learn more about insurance. So today I would like us to talk about domestic package. In simple terms, we call it home insurance. So what is home insurance? Now, home insurance is an insurance that you take for a private dwelling or a domestic home that can cover your. We have 5 sections in the home insurance. 1, we have the building. What do we cover in the building? So in the building, we will cover the fire and special perils. What comes in your mind when we talk of special perils? So special perils, we have different perils from section A to H. For example, we have lightning, we have earthquake, we have what we call aerial objects. So what happens if a vehicle comes from nowhere and hits your home? Will you be covered? So those are the perils that are covered in home for the building itself. The other is content. In your my viewer, in your home you have contents. You have electronics, you have furnitures, you have different kinds of content, including things like the phone, things like the camera. So the content will be covered in case of fire, and there is another aspect, theft or burglary. So the content is somehow different from the building because it can catch fire and it can also be stolen. So the content will cover the fire and burglary. We have section C, which is the all risk. As the name suggests, all risk, it will include other risk such as in fact the reason we have the all risk cover is because of the issue of portability. The items that you can move from the home to outside, for example, the laptop, the phone, the camera, sports shoes, those are covered under all risk. It says that these things can get fire, they can be stolen, and there is a break. They can fall and break, and the break can cause damages. Therefore, they are covered under all risk. We have section 4, or rather D, we call it WIBA. My viewer, I know in most times you have workers. You may have a house manager, your chauffeur, you can have all those workers you can think about in your home. So they are covered. What do we cover in WIBA? WIBA is actually an act of parliament. It stands for Work Injury Benefit Act. Remember, your employee, in case they get injured while working for you or while under instructions, you are liable. Therefore, in case of accidental death, they are paid 8 years salary, which translates to 96 months. In case they get temporarily injured, you pay them. For example, in the insurance policy, the insurance will pay up to 52 weeks, a certain amount of money. There is medical expenses. Remember, if you get injured, you definitely need a medic. You need to go to the hospital, and therefore there are the medical bills. How do you compensate for that? Therefore, if you have insurance, the insurer will come and pay for the same. So that is section D, and we have section E. We have the employer's liability, or we have the owner's or occupier's liability. The owner's liability is those faults that let's say you have a visitor in your home and they get injured, there are those injuries that are caused by things that the owner of the house could have prevented. This is where now probably somebody has rented a house, you are a tenant. So if probably, let's take an example of tiles. The tiles must be slippery and one falls and you get injured. Therefore, that is the owner's liability. Whereas in other cases, there are things that you yourself, as the tenant, you could have taken care, and therefore those are occupiers' liability. So that is all about insurance. Remember, our homes is where we keep our all those things that we love so much. Our most expensive things are found in our homes. Therefore, you need to protect your home. You need to have your insurance in case it happens that there is a fire. What do? In case there is a burglar in your home, who will pay for the loss? Therefore, you really need insurance. You need to insure your home. Remember, there are different classes of homes. You can insure your home. You can insure a home that you have rented. And you can also insure a home that maybe you, wherever you are living is insurable. You can insure your items, your property. For example, you have the fridge, you have clothing. Yes, I said clothing. Sometimes you have very expensive clothes, and therefore they are attractive to a thief, and they can be stolen. So you can we can cover all that in home insurance. So let's make sure that we are insured. Let's make sure that we have our home insurance. Let's insure our employees. You can imagine in case of a house manager dies when from an illness or working for you or just an accident. You can imagine the loss you can go. Please make sure you take insurance. It's as low as 3,000 per year. Therefore, the premium is not so high. And I will remind you, in case you need to talk to me, you can always DM. You can leave a comment there. You can find me through my Twitter at Steve Insurance, Instagram Steve_insurance, Steve Insurance, in LinkedIn Steven Chege. You can find me in Facebook Steve Insurance. My number is 0753-990-341 or 0712-047-806. My website www.steveinsurance.co.ke, and remember, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you and have a lovely night.